Welcome to No Man's Sky Survival Mode. Here we're up on my capital vessel, and in this part what I want to do is carry on my quest looking for a fighter, but first we're going to go and kick off some frigate missions just so that I can make a bit more cash. But before that, guys, what I want to do is talk about quite a major event that happened on the 16th of April 2019 if you're watching this in the future. And that is that Hello Games released a performance enhancement update called Vulcan, which was being put into the experimental branch. Now, when I say released, they've only released it into the experimental branch. This does not affect anyone who's just playing with the normal stable branch release. And what Hello Games have stated is that this performance enhancement will not take effect until the new update comes out in the summer. And the reason for that is it is a very big step forward and it will improve the performance of the game, but it does have implications for people with older PCs and maybe older graphics cards. And what the update actually does is move No Man's Sky to a development platform called Vulcan. Without going into too much detail, is that up until this point Hello Games have been using a fairly industry standard format called OpenGL. Now that term has several different meanings according to what industry it's in, but in the gaming industry it means game maker language, or it is a scripting language which acts as an API. What that actually means is that when you're developing games for certain types of engines, I think the Unity engine uses it, programmers can use a much more simplified language than what you would call full-blown development languages like C++ and Java, languages like that. So what you have is what's effectively a scripting language, and that feeds into modders as well. Now the downside of OpenGL is that it started to become a bit dated, it's single-threaded, and it's now started to hit performance issues, especially with games like No Man's Sky who want to go to VR and they really want to push the performance. So there are some downsides of OpenGL, so I can understand why Hello Games have decided to move to Vulcan. And what Vulcan is it's another development API, so it's not changed. The difference is that Vulcan is cross-platform, which means that at the moment when Hello Games or any company develops a game and say they want to do it on a PC and then put it out on an Android, they have to make changes. Well, with Vulcan, the actual language drops on top of the platform. I mean, it may even go across to PS4. To be honest, I don't know whether PS4s actually support Vulcan, so don't take my word on that. So that's why I can understand why it's attractive. But more importantly, and this is where the important performance, and this is where the performance enhancements come in for VR, is that Vulcan is multi-threaded. So if you're like me, you've got a fairly powerful machine that's got multiple cores, multiple threading, Vulcan is going to really tap into the power of your PC, deliver the high frame rates. And I would guess that in order to support the multiplayer and the virtual reality, Hello Games have had to make this step towards Vulcan. But it is a big step in relation to performance. Some people like me, and probably quite a few of you guys have got the really good machines, you are going to see the performance. People with older machines, and especially older graphics cards, because the Vulcan feeds into the graphics drivers, may have a few problems now with performance. So that is a bit of a background. It's a very big step. I can understand why Hello Games are doing it. It's a necessary step. But there is also a downside from the point of view of YouTubers like me, because Vulcan is not supported by many recording software. And like me, I mean, I use OBS, and Vulcan is not supported at the moment. I mean, it might change in the future. So there is a bit of a problem with recording, and I actually did an experiment, and I actually did record a part, and it did go a bit wrong, guys, and that's the reason why there's a gap in the sequence. So I have a potential issue which I'm hoping to resolve by the summer. I mean, it just takes a little bit more practice and get everything set up to get the capture working for the game, and that's the reason why I've returned back to the normal game rather than staying on the enhanced one. So I don't have any footage of what the the new enhanced game looks like. I'm sure someone out there is going to capture it, and I don't really want to mess about with trying to sort the recording out. And what I'm going to do is have a look around to see if I can find some recording software, or maybe a plugin in OBS that supports Vulkan. What I did not realize is that the save games were not backward compatible. I should have read the whole release notes before I went in and did it, but that was a bit impetuous. Luckily, although I lost the automatic save, I had not done a manual save during that bit of test play. So what I've had to do is reload the game and play on a little bit from the manual save. So if any of you guys notice some little minor differences in setup and within the game, that's the reason why, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people around who are going to talk a lot more about Vulkan and the advantages and everything and the pros and cons. I'm going to leave it to them. I don't really want to get into too much detail. So let's get into some normal gameplay now, guys. And as I said at the beginning, what I want to do is get up into here and see if I got some frigate missions. I can't even remember if I got any frigate missions on this save, so you have to bear with me a little bit, guys. Yes, we got one here. And I would guess that it's actually finished now. Yeah, Fleet Commander online, Debrief Commander. Okay. So it looks like wow. This is pretty big, so what we can do is shove some of this stuff into the exosuit. We put that in the exosuit and sell it. Suppose put that in the exosuit as well. I'm just going to, hopefully this will now work. Yes. So this mission went out and covered 4,662 light years, and salvage crew deployed. So we got 3 semiconductors, 4 rare metal elements, got some activated copper, got some more hot ice, some erythrosite. Well, this explains why chloride lattice. And so this definitely explains why my inventory was full. I mean, there's lots of resources coming back from here. Deployed matter, rare metal elements, some grantine. Remember to say it, not granites. Gas processing, superoxide crystals. Wow. There's definitely geodesite. Wow. There's a lot of items in that. So we made just over 2 million. That was a very profitable mission. Let's just have a look at what's it. I mean, we've got, wow, all these rare elements as well. So I've got a bit of space. What I'm going to do is sell off some of this stuff. I mean, it's nice to own it, but at the same time, I need the space. I don't think I need more granite. I keep the hot ice. And I keep the. I think we'll just get rid of the rare elements. I mean, the erythrosite is quite interesting. And we'll sell off. Let's just go and dump this onto the system. I'm just going to sell it off. Let me just see what we got here. Got some explosive drones, okay. I'm going to sell the Vulcan effigy. Don't really need that. Gold. Destabilized sodium. I'm just going to sell that anyway. Sorry. Even though I'm making a loss. Mordites. Superoxide crystals. Yeah, I'm just going to dump that as well. Granites. I think I'm going to hang on to the granite. I mean, that's. So we might be able to sell the granite for a better price somewhere else. The emerald. 145 emerald, but again it's minus 11%. It's carbon. I want to keep the organic catalyst because that is profit. Well, I get. Right, let's just get into here. Yeah, I think we can sell that off as well. I think we're gonna. Oops, I don't know where that went. Could have gone anywhere. I'm sure it will show up eventually. Check, yeah, it's in there. What I'm going to do is put that back in freighter and that back into the freighter for the moment. Now, the reason I'm keeping these is that as the Eternal Optimist, I'm hoping that I will be able to drop those into my new fighter. And the other thing is I've got a load of frigate fuel because I went searching for some dihydrogen. So view potential expeditions. What should we go for? Oh, they're all short. And yeah, let's go for a balanced expedition here. And see, I've got quite a lot of ships now. Fine. You can see the numbers of ships I've got. This is a simple mission, so let's send out exploration ship, and we'll send with us combat support ship as well. And this is a trade clipper here. Maybe we'll add one of my better trade ships on as well. And I've got these explosive frigate upgrade. Last one is autonomous mining crews. Okay, let's put some explosive drones in there. This is 600 tons, so we're just going to send that off. Just going to keep pumping out these missions. Difficulty rating. Yeah, let's go all out on the ship to the expedition. This one we're going to go in heavy. I mean, I could tack a trade one on, but why not? I think we're going here. I mean, this guy's got quite a lot of defense as well. And then we're in 3 combat ships. This is 250 tons. That mission off. And going to keep going. Hoping. Got a trade mission here. Yeah, let's go for that. Again, I'm going to drop in the support ship, trade ship, and another trade ship. And maybe a combat ship. I think this time we're only going to go 4 ships. Because then I can use these other ships for another mission. I can't use it. I should have used those explosive drones. Well, another 500 tons. And what we're going to do is we should have enough for another full mission. Oh, we got a trade mission here. And I've got a support. Oops. Maybe just maybe a trade mission isn't such good. Lost causes. What's this? Voyage of discovery. Nah. Let's just go with the trade mission. Sorry about that, guys. And we're just going to. I mean, I don't have any trade ships, but I'll put all these in. And we're just going to launch that mission. So we've now got all our frigates out running missions. And it'd be interesting to see what the consequences of those 4 missions are. I will show it in the next video. And what will happen is we will have these 2 bays full, and then the other 2 more bays. Probably find they're all come back completely wrecked. Never mind. So we're just going to get back down onto the platform. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I spent a lot of time hanging around this system looking for a fighter upgrade. The best I got was 21 slot A-class fighter. So what we're going to do is, well, drop a save to start with, and then we're going to move forward and get up into space, away from my ship, and going to drop the filter, the life form. That you can see all the missions got a keen system that is flourishing. It's that looks pretty good, guys. So we're actually going to go here and see what we can find. It looks a bit like we might have a water world here. Humid planet. That means that's going to be guaranteed full of hostile sentinels. And what have we got over here? It's a poisonous planet. Right, what we're going to do is follow the normal routine. We're just going to drop in the space station and see what we got. I want to check the ship tech as well. I've got loads of nanites. There we are. Just going to drop in here. Oops, come on. Just going to drop here. Purchase upgrade modules. Cyclotron module, not do that. Certainly want the pulse engine upgrade. We'll take that. I think that I'm pretty sure that actually completes the pulse engine upgrades for any new ship that I can find. Right. We got loads of explorers here, which is not encouraging. Got a 38 slot explorer there, and you probably find this is a 46 slot hauler. Actually, it's quite a nice looking hauler actually, even though it's a B class. And what we'll do is we'll just have a look. See Handsome here with his mother-in-law on the wall. Browse missions. What have we got here? We got. Well, we're certainly going to take the mission to kill quads, and we'll take a photo of a desert world, and scan hollow 5 creatures. Take that hollow zoo, and take not a toxic cleanup. I'll take that. Got a nice big watch of missions here. Kill sentinels. That's about it. We could come back for the 3 ancient keys, but let's just see if we can get directions. And in the case of missions, guys, I don't know if any of you remember a previous video where I had all these photographs and I went out and took pictures. Well, because I had to go back to the manual save, and the manual save was a few days old, I've got all these missions to redo, so everything is a little bit of a mess, consequence of that. Up there. Hello, you're a traveller. Okay, Mr. Bean. Yeah, so I've got to redo all those missions, which is a bit of a pain in the neck because I was quite proud of the fact that I got my mission count down to not many pages. Right, we've got a trading post. That's good. So, I think what we're going to do is we've got a trading post. When sell off anything. Yeah, we can sell the chlorine lattices. See if we can get a better deal here. You're still minus 12. That's no good. The emerald's minus 17. Wow. Idrisite is now minus 8. I think we'll take that. The Idrisite. Gold. I want to keep the granite still -12. That's not good. Chloride lattice is -6. Well, we'll take that. That's left me with a little bit more space. What we're going to do is take the 3 ancient keys. We'll take that. Right, here we go. I'll jump in here. Right, it's pointing everything towards this planet, which is the poisonous planet. Isn't that a surprise? And in comes the hostiles. Oh, it's only a bounty ship. Oh, that reminds me of a comment someone was talking about my combat. Apologies, I can't remember the name. It's been such a busy week this week, especially with Easter coming up. And they passed a comment about me running into Sentinels, and I've got a bit of a confession, guys, that there are days when, especially when it's been a bit of a bad day with work and other things, when I play No Man's Sky, I'm just in a belligerent mood, and I do stupid things like I start attacking and shooting up Sentinels, and especially on the ground when I know I should be backing off. And it's just the way. I don't know. Sometimes it's just the way I feel. I think this is one thing about No Man's Sky, that if you're getting a little bit steamed up, you can take out a little bit of venom. Is probably the polite word in just shooting up the Sentinels. We got toxic, damp, passive, frequent. What I'd like to do is hang around here and see if a fighter drops in. Wow, okay. Looks like we got something here. This is a different type of ship. That's 20 slot again. Really cool looking though. I like that. I really like that look. I just really hope in the next update we'll be allowed to just upgrade ships, and because we get a ship that looks really great. It's just irritating that you may get a really good looking ship and it's rubbish, and then what you will get is a really horrible looking ship and it's got the full number of slots. That's a 17 slot ship. And life support system. Wow, I've got to remember that. Let's just use up some of these stuff. And just drop that down there. So much chromic metal. Because I should sell off some of that chromic metal. I don't think I need it anymore. So let's see what the price we got for chromic metal here. Okay, we got 2,000. It's -12 though. Okay. That's a shuttle. Let's talk to a couple of these guys just to see how things are going. I could ask for directions. Yeah, let's ask for directions. He may send us in the direction of a manufacturing base. Freighter crash lights. No, not particularly that interested. I could ask for directions again. See if they give me something else. Nothing found. Okay. We'll get some dialect help from him then. It says nothing found. I think. Oh no, we got the word for consume. Why won't he? Wait. And just gonna look at draw multi-tool. Yeah, you're a Vulcan. You shove a multi-tool up your nose. Yep. Okay. We're inside his friend. Gesture angrily. Okay, we're talking to the Keens here. Okay. We could ask for directions again. Yeah, let's ask for directions again. Drop pod. Great. Is that the same ship or another ship? That's a 28 slot. Now, that is probably the best ship I've seen for some time, but this, I think this illustrates the point that I'm talking about. That yeah, it's a 28 slot, but to me that doesn't feel like a fighter. It doesn't have the lines of a fighter. It's almost like the part of the front of the ship is missing, and that's what I'm kind of talking about, guys. Never mind. I think I come up here for a reason. There we are. Besides looking at the ship. Now we've got warps out. That could be useful. I'm probably going to go through quite a lot of warp fuel. Got the keen effigy. Any more ships coming in? That's an explorer. There's something coming in. Another explorer. What we're going to do is go and do that Ancient Keys mission. Can't remember if I've got to take a mission. What I'm going to do is just take some random pictures, I think. I'm just going to pull out like that. Actually, that's quite. Maybe we'll just use this as a thumbnail. That's quite a nice little dinky little ship, but again, you can always guarantee that it won't be. Oh, what am I doing? Right, guys, let's just spin out. It all looks like there's a fighter in the air there. So what we're going to do is just spin around a little bit here, and just use this for the thumbnail, like that. Maybe we'll just drop down a little bit, like that. Well, there's no reward picture for that. Right, there's a fighter coming in. There might be possibly two fighters, so just want to check these out before we move on. Wait, stop flying around. Come and land. So he's going to land over there. Great. Oh, this looks promising. This looks very promising. 26 D-class. Now that looks like a fighter. It's got that angry mood to it. Almost like you could say that these are the guns out the front. And it'd be great if you could put some wing-mounted weapons on that as well, because that curve around there. Anyway, back to business. Here we go. Got to remember that just what to save. What we'll do is we'll go and do the Ancient Keys. Right, how far away is that? It's 13 minutes away game time at boost. But before I go up into space, what I want to do is just fly across the surface here and see if we've got anything of interest. What I'm going to do is have a quick look at. Right, guys, I've been flying across the surface here for a little while and I'm not seeing any buildings at the moment, and if I throw out a scan I'm not getting anything, so maybe we just do need to get up into space and pick up that mission. And here we are, we're up into space. Yes, I know. So where's the... we go over there. The crash freighter is on another system. Okay, let's just change back to... Let's just find the dig site. Some fungal mold over there. Okay. This is probably going to be a plaque. Seek knowledge of the past, more like yes. So that should then send us in the direction of the where the keys are. We should fly historical data revealed. Yes, thank you. I have a little bit of dioxides. Just to keep adding so I can make frigate fuel. Yes, hello, Mr. Sentinel. Go away, Mr. Sentinel. How far away are you? 4 minutes. Well, that shouldn't take long. Right, so the big site is probably just across this hill here. There we are. Slew the ship round. Destination reached, yes, thank you. What I will do is I've got some ammonia for that. Just gonna pop these up so I don't have to worry too much about going around here. Just gonna have to scan. Yeah, artifact fragment. Yeah. I'm just going to blast through here. I think somebody actually posted a comment about I think it was the bones, and about them always being on just one planet. And I actually agree with that, because I think it would be far more fun if things like hit buried treasures and bones are rare items that can be found on any planet, but there's no guarantee. And I think if that mechanism was actually implemented, that would give players far more reason to go out and explore and find, just to go out and explore a specific area, or planet. I mean, it would give players more reason to go out and explore planets, because when you're wandering around, you just never know when something's going to turn up. Seeing it flagged when it's highlighted on, that this planet has archaeological digs on it or rare items, it takes some of the fun away, to be honest. But we've now got 3 keys. And what we need now is to find the large crate. Where are you? What's that there? Artifact fragment. Large artifact crate, there you are. No, destination reached. Just gonna blast our way down through here. Let's see if we can find anything. That should be it. Of course, we're gonna have to bring the keys. And we found a hybrid Scorn Elders sample, approximately 672 years old. Transmit data to client's terminal. Where is that? Artifact uplink 3 hours away. That means we've got to fly to there to do the uplink. Wow. Unknown building 513. Let's go check the unknown building out as well. Just going to jump into here. Thrusters are at 60. I've got a feeling that's going to take us back to... No, that's just junk. What we got? Oh, what have we got here? It's certainly going to drop in on here. This could be interesting. And of course, what we're going to do is start by checking out this. How much space have I got in my inventory? I've got loads of space. My first creatures. Hook a scan. Hey. Come out from behind the rock. Okay. That's better. You're in the open. Why can't I get out there and scan you? There we are. 426,000. That's a nice little earner. Just grab some nanites. 5 nanites. Well, 5 nanites is 5 nanites. And what we got here for damaged machinery? Another 28 nanites. Well, a bit of first aid. This is the encyclopedia, so we should get ourselves another word. We've learned the Vulcan word for closer. Come closer and die. And let's see what this is. Okay. This is a Vulcan observatory. I'm almost 100% certain that I do have a mission for an observatory. This should be 0592. Yep. Numbers I enter are correct. The location of the world appears. Signal detected. No plants. I mean, we can. Oops, no. It's got to be another door. There we are. Open the door. Oh, we might get something useful here. Some sodium. That. Again, got a pile of semi-useful junk, I suppose is probably the correct term. Oh, some nanites there. That. Take the health, even though I don't need it. We've got some ammunition. Everything is filling up quite nicely. And that capacity. That can go to the high capacity. That can go to the high capacity. Yep. That's all filling up. Coal by hydrogen. Yep, that thing is full up. Never mind. And we've got the door going the other way. That one opened first time. That's a shield restoration. And this, what's this? This gives me sulfuring. I suppose it's all free. Get some mordite, which could be useful because I've been using quite a lot of mordite, learning the Vulcan language. got a little, oh, some dihydrogen in there as well. So there's a mixture of plants in here. It'd be really cool if these planters were available for bases as well. And this is where you tell me, guys, that they are available and I just haven't noticed. But I think they would be a lot more useful. So, I'm just going to take a picture. Why not? So, you can see the streaks of the rain. Back off a little bit like that. There we are. Wow, we've got a double mission there. Captured snapshots. So that's a couple more missions out the way. What I'll probably do off camera, guys, in preparation for the next part, is I will go through all those photo missions and probably write down a list of the ones I need to do. Now, yeah, activate that. Oh, there it is. Right, that's 5 minutes away. I'm aware time's pushing on with the video, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly in that direction manually. I don't want to go back up into space, and because we may come across something of interest down here. So we're just going to fly to this trading post like this. Anything crops up, I will show it to you. That was a pretty uneventful trip. So what I actually did was I flipped to third-person mode and just been doing a little bit of canyon flying, just to give you an example. I mean, it can be fun flying around these rocks. I don't think. Oops, no. Fly underneath. All right, we're taking a little bit of damage, but I mean, it can be really great fun doing this. and given the maneuverability of this ship, it's wow. Exactly. Whoops. But back on mission. Let's just get in here. And we're going to land. Oh, look, there's a fighter coming in. Horrible looking thing, but what's the bet it's going to be the type I'm looking for? 15 slot. No. Okay. Life support of 35%. Wow. Been rushing around, so just going to upload the data. Artifact scanned, uploaded, database registration complete. So we've now got this mission done. And yeah, return to mission agent, yes. And I'm just going to top up my, just use that, these oxygen capsules up. Okay, so I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I've probably gone on a lot longer than I should have done. And I will go up onto the space station and cash in all these missions that I've been completing. And I promise that for the next part I will write down a list of the photographic missions that I need to do, so I won't be taking random pictures. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And what I will say, guys, is if you want to try out the new Vulcan update, remember to back up your files before you do it. And also bear in mind that it is an experimental update, so there might still be a few issues. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.